Hello everybody, I am Fabi Made Up. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do the latte makeup trend using only drugstore makeup. This is a warm, bronzed makeup look that is perfect for summer. It's characterized by caramel, chocolate, and coffee tones all over the face. So it's all about warm browns, velvety textures, and it doesn't use any blush. We'll see if I can actually restrain myself from using blush, but that's the look. No blush included. And even though this look tells you to use a tinted moisturizer because it is meant to be so natural and dewy, the finish, I still want to even out the tone on my cheekbones. So I am using some foundation here on my Rare Beauty brush. By the way, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible in the shade 455. So I am gonna put some of this foundation here on my cheek. I like that the finish is not very mattified. It's not really on the glowy side. I would call it more of a natural finish. There, so just like that. Yeah, just doing my cheeks. I'm tempted to take it into some other places, but I won't. Next step is bronzer. I am going to use this one from ColourPop. It's called Soul Body in the shade Medium. A nice cream bronzer. It's not too orange. So we're using our bronzer as contour, cheekbones, a little bit around here on the jawline. Of course, we're gonna make sure to blend it all really well because that's another key thing about this look is just to blend. You could use powder products, but I'm in the mood to use creams. Plus it helps keep the finish really natural and not overly powdery. Okay, did I just give myself a crooked nose? Well, whatever. Something like that. Let me just grab a smaller brush and not attempt to do everything with this one brush when this is clearly too big to do some of this work. So I'm grabbing my Refer 33 and again with the bronzer, we're gonna start to give some shape here to the eyes. I Googled the term latte makeup and what Google said, I'll put it here on the screen, but it was coined by this makeup artist, and then another makeup artist, Tanil, made a video about it and it went viral on TikTok. So essentially, yes, it is a really bronzy, smoky look that we've been doing for a long time, but you know how things are. Somebody gave it a name, it caught on, and then it spread like wildfire. And I am not against that. It inspired me to grab all of these bronzy tones, which are really flattering on my complexion. And yeah, I actually haven't done a look like this warm and bronzy in a long time. All right, so we are going to take some of this bronzer and bring it down here in the lash line, just like that, nice and soft. We're going to be adding more bronzy shadow all around the eyes anyway. So this is our base layer, so to speak. What did I do with my nose here? Let's try to correct. Okay, let's start blending. I feel like using a dense brush for this. So let's blend out that bronzer, bringing it into the hairline. It is going to look like a bit much at first, but that's fine. We don't need to get it perfectly blended this first time around. This is just our first pass. Now I'm taking a smaller brush. This is a 71 from Sephora to blend these smaller areas. Bring the contour up to the eyes. Okay, hair is up. Much easier this way. Now I'm going to start adding more dimension with concealer. I just want to brighten these areas, these parts of the face, right here in the forehead, between the eyebrows, right here to give that lifted effect. A little bit here on the chin. Also, right here, the bronzer that we put on the cheek. Actually, you know what? I forgot to put a little bit of the bronzer around the mouth, just here to contour along the Cupid's bow. Let me just get more bronzer here on the brush. We have to be extremely light-handed here, putting the contour around the lips. Some bronzer strategically placed around the lips gives us the illusion of fuller lips. Okay, so I don't want to let the concealer sit on too long, otherwise it'll be a bit hard to blend. So let me get to blending. I think that this concealer is on the lighter side. Where is it? What shade do I have Vanilla. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some serious blending to mesh the contour and the concealer. That's fine. That is what this look calls out for anyway. Adding a little bit more concealer here next to the nose. I forgot to put it in the inner corners of the eye, here where I have some darkness. Yeah, this concealer is way too light. Yeah, looks good. Great. Now things are blended a lot better, but this is not where we're stopping with the bronziness. We're still gonna go in with a powder bronzer. I'm using the one from Physicians Formula in the shade Sunset Bronzer. We're gonna use this to set the cream bronzer, but also, and I'm gonna use a really big fluffy brush. We're gonna use this brush to kind of marry everything together to a certain point. Obviously, we don't wanna lose the definition, but this is from Scott Barnes. This is his body bronzer, so it's intended really for large areas like the shoulders and neck, chest. I like this brush because the bristles are nice and loose. They're not densely packed. So this is going to give us a very soft application, which is exactly what we want. So we're gonna start with a light layer, circular motions right here on the jawline so that we go ahead and connect the neck to the face, right? Don't forget about the ears. Get some bronzer on the ears as well. I'm gonna keep blending right here along this line just to soften it up a little bit with a smaller fluffy brush. Now I'm going to do my brows, and I'm using the dip brow from Anastasia, tapping it here on the cap to warm up the product. Now we're gonna start with the eyeshadow. I think that this is the perfect palette for this latte look. It's from Juvia's Place. And you see how we have a variety of chocolates? And the theme here is definitely leaning warm, very yellow and golden and bronzy. I mean, look at these shades. I want you to see them swatched. This is the one that I was just swatching right here. This one is gonna give us that beautiful bronzy sultry look. Let me see what else. I want something a little bit lighter to put as the base. Yeah, I think that would be nice. Wow, that's a bit too yellow. How about this one? A bit more orange. I think we're gonna stick to this one for the base. Oh, I just forgot which one it was. Hold on. No, it was Amina. Yes, Amina for the base, and then we're gonna smoke everything out with Benin. Okay, so let's go in with Amina all along the lower lash, the upper lash line. Is that too bright? Yeah, I think this is too bright. We need something that is more of a medium brown. Okay, I got it. This is the NYX Ultimate Palette in Ultimate Queen. And I'm going to grab this brown, put it along the lash line. Perfect. And I'm using this pointy brush to be able to get the color really close to the lash line. And then I'm gonna use another brush to smoke it out. From the inner corner to the outer corner. I grabbed some more with this fluffy brush. I'm gonna use it to bring it up along the crease. Not all the way, like halfway. Now, the other thing that I noticed in the pictures that I was looking at is that they bring this brown shadow all the way up to meet the brow. Now again, with a pointy brush, this one just smaller than the last. It's a Refer 03. Yeah, 03. We're gonna run it here along the lower lash line. Make sure to get it all the way in here. So from the very beginning of the lash line, all the way out to the end, and blend. It's already coming together. You see how cohesive the face is looking? All the caramel tones all over the face. Such a flattering look. Now I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. Place the brown. And while you can certainly stop here and just leave it at a matte eye look, I really liked the Benin shade. So this is the one that I'm gonna put in also all over the lid, and grab that same shimmer shade and put it on the lower lash line. It's a subtle addition here to the brown tone. If you're going for that bronze goddess kind of thing, which is what this latte look is essentially, we do want some shimmer on the eyes. It's not shimmer, it's more like the metallic finish. I'm gonna grab some with my finger and put it here in the middle of the eye. Yep, that looks fantastic. It really looks amazing. Yeah, so I'm liking this look, adding some metallic bronze to the brown shade. Blend some more. Now, time for some liner. First, I'm gonna start off with just like a shadow liner. I am going to take this, the darkest shade called Mino. We don't want it to be super dark, because again, the tones are supposed to blend together almost, but we can certainly give the appearance of a more defined lash line with a little bit of a darker shade. Now we're gonna use some brown eyeliner, and I actually don't have a brown eyeliner from the drugstore, but I do have this lip liner from ColourPop, which is a nice creamy brown, so I think that should work for the eyes. I'm gonna put some right here in the outer corner, and we want to tightline with it, both tightline and put it on the waterline. Okay, now the waterline. I think I need something darker than this. Let me look again through my eyeliners, because I really want to find a darker liner. BRB. Sorry, I'm gonna have to cheat because I don't have any other drugstore brown liners. I'm gonna use this brown liner from Natasha Denona that I know that this is very pigmented. This is going to give me the effect I want. Now for the inner corner, a little bit of light, nothing too bright, too striking. This is supposed to be a natural looking highlight, and I'm using the shade Moremi. I think this is a perfect tone. A little bit more. Yeah, it definitely adds an extra pop. Let's do some mascara. I think I will put on some false lashes, but to start with, let's put a coat of mascara. And this is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, which is so good. It really gives me lift, volume, and separation. Awesome. Now let's move on to the lips. For the lips, we want to find a bronzy tone, a brown, kind of yellowish brown. I plan to use the ColourPop, that same liner that I tried to use for the eyes. We're gonna use this for the lips. We're going for nude tones on the lips to help keep the focus on the eyes and the cheeks. I'm gonna blend with my finger just to soften the line, just like that. Now we're gonna use this lifter gloss from Maybelline. This is a beautiful bronzy, look at that. Bronze goddess, here I come. Again, that metallic sheen that I like. You could definitely opt for a matte lip. We're gonna do some lashes. Hold on, what am I talking about? We haven't done highlighter yet. Let's throw on some highlighter. This is from Wet n Wild. It's their Mega Glow highlighter in Precious Petals. Above the brow. Now down the nose. And yeah, that's that. Just blending the highlighter a little bit better. Now let's powder the areas of the face where I tend to get a little bit oily by the end of the day. My skin is more on the dry side. I would say it's normal to dry. So I don't struggle too much with oils, but I still do want to put powder here on the T-zone. It will also set whatever cream products we have so that the products don't settle on my lines. I mean, you should expect some little bit of settling, and you can easily just tap it out with your finger. Applying powder will certainly make things last longer. Okay, this has to come off because it's hurting my head already. Let's bring the hair down. If you haven't used fake lashes for a few years, because before, a few years ago, it was very obvious when someone was wearing false lashes because the band was so thick, but look at this band. It is so thin. These are the lashes from Ardell 420, and wow, I'm just amazed at this band. It's so thin, and the fact that it's thin also helps to keep the ends glued onto your eyelid. Before, when we used to have those thicker bands, because they were so stiff, they would kind of unglue themselves separate from the eyelid, but these, I mean, look at that. I'm so impressed with these lashes at how thin they are. This is now the finished look. So what do you think of the lashes? Don't they look super natural? They add just a little bit of fluffiness, yet they look super natural. I'm very impressed with these. Ardell 420 lashes. Anyway, and this is the finished look. What do you think? I think it is super flattering. It is definitely a look that can be worn more on the natural side. It can be amped up for evening. You can do not a black liner, but certainly do more layers of the brown liner. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.